guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I create my 2022 vision board and my whole process for it. So before I jump into my process for my 2022 vision board, I just want to talk a little bit about my 2021 vision board because I did make one on my channel. I believe I made a video on it. I'll put a link here if I did. And the thing about my 2021 vision board is I made it with not a lot of intention. I made it more for just kind of a creative outlet, and it was enjoyable for me and I had fun making it look visually appealing. I didn't really put a lot of intention into the goals for that exact year. There's just ideas that I liked, and the funny thing is I looked at it today and a lot of those things actually happened in 2021. It was kind of incredible. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit before I jump into my 2022 vision board. So one of the major ones, which I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing about if you've been watching my channel for a while, is that I went to Paris. And the reason this was so interesting is I stuck a picture of the Eiffel Tower on my 2021 vision board without much thought. It was the Eiffel Tower all lit up and beautiful. And out of the blue in 2021, one of my online friends, she asked me if I wanted to go to Paris with her and her friend Alex. And I'd never met either of them in person before. And without hesitation, I said yes. And it was one of the best trips I've had. And we became really close friends. I'm really thankful for it. But also, you know, I saw the Eiffel Tower up close. I also remember vividly the night I saw the Eiffel Tower light up. I wasn't actually up close to it. I was far away in a park with my two friends. And we ended up having one of the most amazing nights that night and meeting incredible people. And yeah, I was just really surprised that that happened. And I didn't even know it was on my vision board. I also cleared my skin. This one, there was a lot more intention with it. My skin was not the best when I left university. I had a lot of acne, a lot of discoloration, scars, and I did spend a lot of time this year, you know, improving my diet, my skincare, my moisturizers, trying a bunch of new different things, and my skin has cleared up a lot. I eat a lot less dairy now. I have a lot of almond milk, and I've seen a big difference. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was, and I hope to continue improving this in 2022. And one of the other things I just wanted to mention was I included this picture of, this one made me laugh looking at it. It was some sushi box, takeout boxes. And I think the reason I put it on there at the time was because we were still in the thick of COVID and I wanted to spend more time with friends and have takeout food. And what's really interesting is that this year I remember, again, this wasn't really planned, it was just something that happened, was two of my closest friends and I, we went in one of their cars and we had some sushi takeout in boxes just like that, and we ate it in the car. It was a really snowy night and we watched the snow fall. And yeah, like I didn't even know that was gonna happen. It was something on my vision board. I totally forgot about my 2021 vision board. And all these different things happened. So I just want to talk about that before I hop into 2022. So moving on to 2022, I'm not going to talk about all my goals. Some of them are a little personal. I want to keep them private, but I will talk about some of my main goals that I put on my vision board and how I set it up. So actually this year I'm setting up my vision board on Notion. I just did a whole revamp of my Notion and I'm obsessed with it. I've been using it constantly. So if you guys want to see a Notion tour, let me know. I'd be happy to show you guys how I created that. So in my Notion setup, I have a section called My Dream Life. And within that section, I have a little file section for my vision board. So I have my 2021 in there, I just put the photo in there. And then I have my 2022 vision board section. And within here, I decided to be a lot more detailed this year. And I would write down my goal, then a specific description for that goal and what it entails. And then for some of them, I added pictures of things that I believe represent that goal or idea, so that when I look at my vision board, if I need refresher on what my goals are for 2022, I can just quickly look at it and the picture will just bring it to mind instead of having to go through the whole list extensively. So that's how I set it up. I'm going to show you guys a few examples of my goals. So to start, my first goal was to grow a successful YouTube channel. I'm sure a lot of people who have YouTube would feel the same, and be more consistent, because I started up this YouTube channel again. I've had it for a while, but I started up again right before COVID when I got back into art and painting more. So I started filming that, and I was consistent at the start, but I definitely fell off the wagon with consistency. So I really want to improve my setup, like getting a mic and everything like that, lighting, really learn how to create videos better, and grow my channel, and also alongside with that my Instagram, because I definitely don't post as many paintings anymore and I'd like to paint more and be more consistent. So those are kind of part of my goal of just growing my social media accounts and creative outlets. So that is one of my goals. And so I have a photo here, which is my social, it says social media tips, when to post and everything. And to me that represents posting more consistently. So that's what I have there to just kind of bring that to mind. My second goal is to have clear skin. I know this was a 2021 goal technically, but I still have some discoloration and acne scars. My skin is not perfect. So I want to continue improving that and learning what works for me, you know, clearing your gut health, eating cleaner, using better products for your face and skin. So that is a goal for 2022 as well. My third goal is to master and memorize 2 new piano pieces. So I don't play piano super well by any means. I actually don't even read the music. I memorize pieces, and so far I have a few pieces memorized, but I'd really like to work on memorizing more. So one I'm working on right now is Clair de Lune, and I really want to master that piece. It's quite challenging, so we'll see how long that takes, but I plan to have that done by 2022 along with another music piece. I don't know which one yet, I haven't decided, but those 2 music pieces, mastering those and memorizing those are goals for 2022 for me. And as you can see, I have a picture here of a girl by the piano. She's wearing Converse, has brown hair, kind of reminds me of myself. So that's why I have that there, to just bring that to mind. My fourth goal, some might find a little funny, but it's to recall history from around the world with more ease. The more I read the news, the more I realize how uneducated I am about different parts of the world still. And I just would like to do a lot more self-learning. So I want to read more and document more. And so I really want to get through my documentaries list. I can show you guys that list I have on Notion if you'd like. And a picture I have here doesn't really relate to history itself, but more about learning. So it's just like a little list I got off of Pinterest, which is about like reading more nonfiction, watching TED Talks, learning language, all the different things you can do for more education, self-learning. My fifth goal is to be able to have full conversations in French. So when I went to Paris in 2021, I was surprised at how much French I could still recall, because I took French years ago for only like 6 months in French immersion, and obviously I lost a lot of that. As soon as you stop using it, you really do lose it. But I could remember pieces here and there, and it was enough to get around, but I'd like to be able to have a full conversation. I don't want to be, you know, I'm not aiming to be the most perfect fluent speaker or anything by those means, but I would like to be able to have a conversation with ease, and that is my goal for 2022. So I just want to practice French a lot more and learn more. Another goal I have is to create a podcast. This is kind of a fun goal. I have a friend who wants to create a podcast with me, and I think it'd be a really fun creative outlet, something else I could work on creating. So that is one of those goals I have here. I have a picture of just things that would make me think of a podcast I can quickly look at to remember. Goal number 7 is to cook clean meals. One, I don't really cook. I think I'm just really lazy. I'm not really bad once I get into it, but it's the effort of cooking. I want to be better at meal prepping, having quick, healthy recipes that I can work on, and learning a lot of new ones. So that is a goal I have for 2022. I have some pictures here of easy meals, like even if it's something simple, like having something to eat in the morning, because I usually tend to skip that out and just have coffee. So if it's just like eggs and avocado and toast, that's more effort than I have been putting in. Sometimes I just grab a banana and head out the door to work. So I would like to work on that. Another goal I have is to work out 3 times a week, because I do have a gym membership, but I feel I neglect it a lot and I could go a lot more consistently. So I'm aiming for 3 times a week at least. Even if I work out at home, it's better than nothing. So I'd really like to do that. And I'd also like to be able to run for 30 minutes straight. This could be funny to some people, but every time I run for 30 minutes, I have to take breaks. I can't do it for the full 30 minutes straight, and I want to be able to run at more of an incline and hills and just get better at that. So that is one of my goals that I've also added to my list for 2022. And a big goal I have for 2022 is to become a morning person. This is something I've been working on for a long time, and sometimes I have really good phases of life where I'm getting really good at waking up early in the morning and keeping up my energy, but then I always tend to just fall off the bandwagon and forget how to do so. And I'd really like to be consistent. I'd like to have a really good morning routine, wake up earlier, and have more energy throughout the entire day. So that's something I'm really working on. I have a picture here talking about the small habits, and I think that's because to me, a morning routine is like a good way to build small habits. So it's something for me to remember. And my final goal is to travel to Europe. I know you're supposed to be really specific with vision boards, like me putting a picture of the Eiffel Tower on there, but honestly there's so many places I've been to in Europe that I'd like to revisit, or places that I haven't been to that I'd like to visit that I would be happy to go anywhere. I just would like to do another European trip. So I have two pictures here. One is of friends on a train, I believe. When I looked at this photo, I can't zoom in when I'm looking at it right now, but I think it had German in the background. Germany's a wonderful place to visit as well. I'd be happy to go back. And then I also have a picture of like a wine glass outside with some European architecture, I believe. I think that's what I put there. I'm like kind of looking at my list right now, but that's just for me to really visualize traveling back to Europe. And you know, whether that's with friends or by myself, even a solo trip, I'd really like to make that happen in 2022. So these are just a few of my goals for 2022. I hope I wasn't too distracting looking at my laptop while I was reading half the time, and I hope you guys enjoyed my new setup. I have a new mic and I'm in my office, and I really hope the mic improved the sound quality for the video. I really want to improve the quality of my videos for 2022, as you guys know, so let me know what you thought of that as well, and also let me know in the comments if you guys have any goals or ideas that other people can use as inspiration for 2022. I'd be really interested to hear that. Best of luck along the way though. I hope you all have a great 2022, and thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video.